So, for those of you who were not in the official League of Dummies members only Monday Night Football watch party last night, you missed out on a pretty crazy bombshell from Mikey. Mikey has been in a relationship for a while, and it turns out that why is this not running down? There we go. I hit the wrong button. That's why. Mikey's been in a relationship now for 2 years with a girl named Ariana. Whoa. You all right? Something just say, okay.
Yo, that's my cat in the closet.
I thought a deer lag just flew across the room or something.
Yo, it could be. I mean, it was a big clanking noise, but my cat just forced his way into the closet, and he's getting into some type of trouble in there.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you're having all kinds of problems with the pussy in your life, it seems.
Mikey, I'm trying to get the fuck away from me.
Well, it seems like you did it yourself. You admitted last night on the after party or watch party, what the fuck it's called, that you broke up with your girlfriend of 2 years. You told her that after you, and this was all on the phone, I believe, or text conversation. That
it was a phone conversation after we had seen each other in the morning and everything was hunky dory too.
Hunky-dory, then you were having some second thoughts about the relationship and some of her commitment to the relationship, and so you questioned her about it, kind of not necessarily an ultimatum, but just saying, hey, what's the deal? How committed to this relationship are you? What are we doing here? And she said, basically, who cares? Let's just keep doing what we're doing.
No.
What was her reaction to it then? I don't know. I don't think we actually heard her words. Actually,
no, it wasn't. It wasn't really like that. The conversation came up because we keep having a conversation that she thinks I'm not as committed as I said I was going to be, and I physically, mentally, spiritually can't give more than I'm already giving.
Right. Okay.
I'm at the point now where it feels like I'm being taken advantage of. So when I was bringing that up to her, like, I just can't give anymore, she said, well, man, then maybe you can't give me what I need.
Oh, okay.
And I said, well, if that's the case, then, and you don't know what I said. I know I want to be in this relationship. Do you know you want to be in this relationship? And she was like, I can't tell you that right now. And I said, well, if you don't know the answer to that question, then I know the answer to that question. Whatever's best for my health and my mental sanity, I can't. This is goodbye. And she said goodbye. We hung up and we haven't spoke since.
Okay. All right. So that was my next question. Have you spoken to her since then?
I reached out via text.
You did.
And pretty much just said that, it reiterated what I said yesterday.
That if you're not, if you're either all in or you're all out, basically.
Hearing what I heard was heart-wrenching, but if you don't know, then I know what's best for me.
Mm-hmm. So just kind of hoping maybe you get through to her. Second chance almost. Like, hey, if maybe she was just in a mood, I'll throw it out there again and see how she reacts to it, and you got nothing.
I got nothing. But This is just like it's happened in the past, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I brought up. I said, you did this shit to me last summer for 6 weeks where you weren't sure whether or not you wanted to be in this relationship, and you just ghosted me for 6 weeks.
Oh, I didn't know that. You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, dude, that's what was going on during ADS V1.
Oh.
When we had, but remember I had said we and her had kind of like split up, I guess. She said she didn't want me around no more, kicked me out of her house, and then she just stopped answering my phone calls for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Wow. I guess I don't remember that. No. I just remember you mentioning that she just will disappear for a couple weeks at a time. I didn't realize that
was a couple days at a time she's done in the past and stuff like that. But last summer, like,
was a big almost breakup.
Pretty much. It was like a week or two after.
How does that go when she just says, hold on a sec. Cat, get away from there. Get up. Get out of there. How does that go when she just says, like, she's ghosted you for 6 months? She just all of a sudden comes back. How does...
Well, it was like 3 weeks. She kind of ghosted me. Just didn't talk to me at all.
But how
And
does that?
then
Then you
she's
just get a random text, or how does that work?
no, dude. Like I would text her still random shit, like tweets that I would see, stuff that I know that she was interested in, because I knew that she was just in like a hole of depression.
Okay.
Like it's not like she just like completely like ghosted me, didn't answer. Like after like 3 days, I was like, "Are you just like physically okay?" And she said, "I just can't do this." And I knew she was like alive. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
But
So then you just
she
kept
wasn't doing
trying. You
anything.
gave her her space, and you just kept trying, and then
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. I was hitting her with those text messages. I'll give you all the space you need. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I understand you need to figure this out, because this was kind of like after the culmination of me going to rehab a couple times and then
mhm,
just going straight into winter and the holiday season and never really turning back. And she never really got to process all that shit that happened.
yeah.
So I kind of figured that's what she was doing. But, and
Wow.
then we came back at it, and she was like, I'm not sure I want to be in this relationship. And I was like, well, I'm willing to wait around for a little bit and see what's up. And then it just kind of developed back into this relationship. We never really discussed it again, but obviously there was all kinds of plans and commitment and
Sounds
babysitting and helping and
sounds oddly familiar. Other than the
yeah.
fact that, I don't ask B1 really for shit. I don't at this point. Like that's the space I've given. Is like I don't ask her. The only thing I ask her for is when I work on the weekends when I DJ weddings, is if she wants to take Darla, and it's an if. It's just say, hey, if you want to take her, I'll here's the keys to the house. You can go get Darla, and it's because she's got a key, but anyway, so she can go get
Dude,
Darla whenever she wants.
I can't tell you the last time I asked Brianna to do something that she actually like did for me and was able to help me out with. Like I stopped asking her to do shit a long time ago. Like I
Yeah,
just
like I
know that it's
just
not going to happen.
I don't like. I wouldn't imagine. I wouldn't even consider asking her to keep like watch the boys right now or something. Not that they, you know what I mean. I just wouldn't even do that. No, it's we
I'm not
can't even.
watching Oliver tonight. She's working an overnight. She must have figured something out.
Yeah, oh yeah, I was gonna say she didn't go. Now, do you think that that's why she didn't get back to you because because you put her. Well, you didn't. She put herself in this position essentially, but
That's what I'm
she was
saying.
in a
Like that
pinch.
dude,
She
that's
was in
the
a
guilt
pinch.
I'm dealing with. That's the guilt I'm dealing with right now. Like the fact that this just happened and there was no discussion. Like she could have reached out at some point today and been like, "Yo, are you still gonna watch Oliver? Can you like?" But
Right.
she didn't even do that. Like she couldn't
Did
even
you do that? Did
muster
you
that to
say,
that.
"Yo, do you still need me to watch him tonight?" Did you say
No,
that? No.
it's not my
Okay. All
job
right.
to do.
No, no, I know that. I know, but
It's not my shit to offer.
I'm with you. I understand. That's now I'm Mikey. I gotta.
But like
I,
part of me has this giant inner turmoil. Like I feel guilty as shit right now that I left her hanging. But like at the same time, like you should have been more prepared for this. Like if you knew you didn't want to be in a relationship with me and you were on the fence, then this was a fucking possibility that I would just bounce
well,
or
then
it wouldn't work out and you would be
certainly
left high
why
and dry.
and why put yourself? Why would she put herself in that position if she was so unsure about things? You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, and if she's
um,
unsure that she wants me in her life, then she's got to be unsure that she wants me in her kid's life. Why does she want me around her kid all the time, babysitting them and raising them?
just for that reason, the first word. The raising, I don't think is the part of it that she gives a crap about. I think she really just needs a warm body right now to just make sure that he doesn't slip and fall and crack his head open in the shower, like we were talking about
Yeah,
the other night. You know what I'm saying? And make sure he gets on the
yeah.
bus. And um, well, it's sad news. Are you what? So I know you're feeling guilty, but where are you going with like? Are you going to text her again tomorrow, or are you totally in just
No,
you're done at this point until you hear from her? And then even if you do,
what I
or
texted today was about as buttoned up as I could button it up.
oh really, like that's so like basically like either text me back or
Not even
that's all
that. I
she
don't
wrote.
give the ultimatum or nothing like that. It was, your silence is deafening.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, yeah. So wow. So
She
well,
can
what do
try
you
to play
do?
this game. And she can hit me up in a few weeks and be like, yeah, I miss you, blah 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 blah. But I don't know, man.
Well, that's what I'm gonna say. You think that this is the final straw for you because this is
Maybe it
not.
should be. Maybe it should be because I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel no more.
It's Mama Cat say.
Mama Cat, if I went back with her right now, Mama Cat would be on my side. If I decided to walk away forever and never look back, Mama Cat would be on my side. It
Whatever
don't matter what
makes
I decide.
whatever makes you
Yep,
happy.
whatever makes her boy happy.
Papa
Happy.
Papa Cat.
Papa Cat, I'm using this to my advantage and be like, oh man, I'm sad. Let's go to a Vikings game. We're going to a Vikings game.
So that's why you're going to the Vikings game. He knew you were feeling bad.
Not that. Like to be honest with you, he said he was proud of me for standing up for myself. I very rarely in relationships stand up for myself and put a hard boundary down on the ground and be like, you know what, enough is enough.
Yeah. Well,
Normally, I let myself get walked on till it's fucking disastrous, dude.
Yeah. When and I kind of talked because I told my parents a lot of stuff that happened with B1 and everything, and stuff she had been up to, and they obviously they knew what I had been up to, but that was they heard about B1 before me and all this stuff, and they just weren't really thrilled with the way she was treating me. Like, you know what I mean? They didn't like the fact that because early on in our relationship she'd been talking to other people, and then it happened again, and so they weren't real thrilled with that situation. So. But in the end, now they're like, whatever makes you happy, just figure it out, So, but I imagine they would like to hear they just want me to be happy in the end. But because I don't think it's going to be standing up for myself if like being one and I didn't. That's why I say that I feel like our situations are similar, but very different at the same time. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? Like
they're similar, but there's a ton of differences and everything like that, and everything that's going on. And right now, like part of me is like angry that she's not fighting for this relationship and everything like that, and I seem like this relieved and everything like that. But like, let's not get it twisted. Like I'm heartbroken. I love this girl with my entire soul. Like. I don't spend 2 years with somebody just because, okay, well, maybe this will work out in the long run. Maybe it won't. Like, I didn't have any doubts. I haven't cried yet.
I haven't cried yet. When do you think that's going to come? In the shower?
I don't know.
Just when like next couple days, if you don't hear, and then you realize it's.
I don't know. What if it doesn't? What if the cry doesn't come?
Then maybe they made the right decision, and you realize that it's for the best and for both of you, one way or the other.
To come to think of it, like I haven't cried like a good cry in a long time, probably since like I started taking my meds so religiously and so regularly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe like the meds have me broken, and I'm not as sensitive as I used to be.
Okay. Interesting. CB says your situations are the same. You're both simps. Mikey grew some balls. Dumb did not. If you say
God
so.
damn, CB.
She's cold, right?
She hits with such a sharp poker, dude.
I know.